Hey everybody, I want to talk to you about Chiron station in retrograde in the sign of Aries. It's going to be happening exact on July 26th. And I've got my Wounded and Healing t-shirt on because I created this t-shirt with Chiron in mind. And who is Chiron? Chiron is the wounded healer. He is the part of our astrology that is very representative of our wounds of the past. And when you want to think about Chiron, you have to think about him in two ways. You have to think about, number one, where was Chiron when I was born? There is your natal Chiron. And he not only is in a sign, but he is in one of your houses. So when you start to make your exploration of where your Chiron was when you were born, it really unlocks a lot of awareness of where you're really kind of holding on to a lot of deep pain and deep wounds. And even if you have the most perfect life, or not a lot of drama, let's say, or tragedy in your life, you still have Chiron somewhere. We all have him somewhere in our astrology. Now, there's also to consider the moving Chiron, okay? And in this instance, Chiron is moving through the sign of Aries. That means that all the babies being born right now are going to have their Chiron in Aries. Now, that Chiron in Aries is triggering us to, heal in some kind of way. It could be triggering our personal Chiron, or it could be triggering one of our planets, or our angles. Like, there's so many different ways where that moving Chiron could activate and trigger us. And if you feel like you have been going through a healing journey, or if you've been experiencing your wounds, whatever those may be for you, whether they're physical wounds or emotional wounds, relationship wounds, there's so many different familial wounds, right? There's so many different types of wounds that we have. You are being pressed to heal. And with Chiron station retrograde back, which he does once a year, this is really triggering us to kind of see, checking in with your healing journey. Now, Chiron operating in the sign of Aries is saying, like, go forward. You don't have to stay in the past. You need to go forward. You need to also individualize your healing. Your healing is a personal journey. It's not, what works for you may not work for me. What works for me may not work for you. It is a personal matter. And so it's important for you to explore, to be courageous, to be brave in order to find ways to heal. But this check-in with Chiron stationing could really be drumming up some emotions. It could also be signaling you into what needs to be taken care of, what needs to be healed. And, there's a lot happening in the month of July, a lot of emotional energy, a lot of nurturing energy, a lot of combustibility, a lot of love, a lot of family recognition, a lot of turning points potentially with your careers. There's a lot in this month, and it kind of finishes out with this powerful Chiron station, which at the end of the day, like, you really can't get anywhere unless you feel clear emotionally, unless you take care of some of this emotional baggage that maybe has been traveling with you for too long. And you might need to make some decisions or take some action. It's Aries, action. Take some action into how you are going to get rid of your emotional baggage. So this is definitely something to consider, to think about. I have outlined where this is operating in your astrology, but I encourage all of you to, consider, what is your healing path? And are you more on the wounded side, or are you more on the healing side? It is again, personal. There's still a lot to go with Chiron, but it's a very powerful check-in with where you're at with that healing journey. All right, everybody, good luck. Until next time.